Alright, man. Short recap. What is it? March 8th. You guys want these, so I'll start bringing them. Today was a pretty good day. Passed my 50K Top Step account. I started on Monday. So, passed in 3 days. I just needed, I think it was 1.5% today. So, I got that. I'll show you how I passed that. And then I'll show you the trade I took to make 2% on the 100K that I started today. But yeah, man, I'm going to pass this 100K. And then I'm going to do one more 150K with Top Step so I can max out their allocation. And then I'm done with challenges, bro. I'm just going to trade the live accounts I have and then get stacked payouts from it. And every single dollar I get from these payouts, I'm just going to throw them in the live account. Because I'm done with challenges, bro. I'm done with, like, prop firms. I don't want to do it anymore. But, what was the trade that passed the 50K? Oh, it was up here. Alright, so we opened up after we already dumped during, what's it called? I'm seeing the... Originally, I wanted shorts. I thought we would just retrace to equal... I'm going to clear my screen. Actually, I don't want to clear everything. Man, it's just messy. I don't want to clear everything, though. I'll just leave it. So... From this high to this low, I wanted equilibrium with that range. I wanted to see how we interacted there. Let's go short because we put in equal lows with this low right here. So I just figured we would retrace and come back for it because I wanted to see a little bit of a retrace since we're so extended. And I thought we would get something bigger than that, but we didn't. Just full V-line recovery. I honestly didn't expect that, but the way that, like, even though I wanted shorts, the way that I confirmed that I'm going to change my bias is when the price leg OTE of it gets invalidated. So that's what happened today to make me switch from shorts to longs was we invalidated OTE and it just became very clear that we were not going to short anymore. So I'll show you the entry I took. I think I did try a short. It wasn't on this 50K account though, but I did try a short after we opened up at 10 a.m. manipulated up, came down. I tried this order block off 10 a.m. open, got stopped, and then I left it alone after that. But the long that I took on the 50K, I took 2 trades to pass on the 50K. I took one trade here, because I don't normally hold runners on it, just because it's such a small account. But traded this inverse off here, viewing this as the 10 a.m. manipulation, realizing that we've been absolutely destroying OTE, so the odds of us going short were just getting really slim. And then there was a SMT at the highs with ES, but it ended up getting invalidated. So it was just becoming pretty clear that we were going to go long. And this getting inversed after coming down from 10 a.m. and after everything I just told you, and the 15-minute gap got inversed down here too. So it was just becoming pretty clear that we went to long. I like the relative equal highs here within the gap, so that became my longer time frame target. Shorter time frame target was this high, relative equal highs within this gap. So I'll mark that out because I'm pretty sure I TP'd there, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so got long right on this inverse. Like I said, I did have a losing trade on a different account trying to short here, but I had to let go of that short bias. Put stops below that candle, and then I either partial here or I got all out here. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure I got all out here. So, because I typically, on the Top Step accounts, I just scalp. Like, I get in a little bit heavier than normal, but I just scalp. I don't do TPs. I just take the obvious draw on liquidity and get all out. So, I'm pretty sure that's what I did on this one. So, long this inverse, got all out at this high. It was a relative equal high within this gap. Just a great target. And then, at this point, I think I needed, like, 150 to pass. So, my target was obviously these relative equal highs, like I said. So, I was just waiting for something to happen. I was just waiting for like something that was logical. So what did I take? What was it? Or was it different? No, I definitely passed before we took these equal highs. What trade did I take? Or did I pass on that trade? No, I definitely took another one for sure. It has to be something on the 5-minute. There's no way. Let's see. 5-minute gap. I do remember this. I did long off the idea of the 5-minute gap. So the 5-minute gap got tapped into on that retrace, which was here. Oh, that's what it was. I was like, dude, I thought I was tripping for a second. I longed the inverse of the inverse gap. So if you guys didn't know, that is a thing. Because gaps, when they're first left, you're just viewing them as an imbalance. Price wants to go and balance them out. But once they already get imbalanced, the algorithm has not forgot about these levels. These levels are still within the algorithm's like database. So if this turns into an inverse value gap when we close through it, but if we come back up and disrespect it again, this is still expected to support price. So once this got inverse, that's when I got long again. Stops below this order block, and then I'm pretty sure I passed before we even got to this high, but the trade idea would have been to take it to this high, or this high, I mean. But I'm pretty sure I passed before I even got there. So that's how I passed the 50K, and then I ended up longing. This long was textbook, bro, I'm not gonna lie. But ended up longing, because after I passed the 50K, I started another 100K Top Step X account. So I ended up longing. I did lose, but the idea didn't lose. I did lose because I closed early. I was cooking, and while I was cooking, I came to check on the trade, and we closed below this gap, so that we inversed this gap, and my bacon was like about to burn. So I was like, dude, realistic, because my stop was here. I was like, dude, realistically, if we inverse this gap, I'm more than likely going to lose here. Let's just close it, save myself some losses so I can go get to my bacon. And then I came back, and we were still looking good, and I still liked the idea. So then I re-entered on this candle close, and I put stops below this order block. So that was the trade that I ended up taking. First TP, I think I took I either didn't TP here or I only took one contract, but I'm pretty sure I didn't TP there. And then I took one contract off here. Oh, I guess I should explain more why this is a good setup. Almost forgot. But so long term, I still want longs. I wanted previous day's high. If we're like, we didn't have to get it today, but it's just within my radar. And this level is also within my radar, like for within the week. So I still wanted longs long term. So my expectation was just that we would get a retrace. I wanted to see a retrace back to equilibrium. And we got that here. We're within equilibrium. Wait. We got that here. We're within the equilibrium. We tapped into OTE. And then I need to delete this. We tapped into OTE, and then we got an internal sweep, and this internal sweep formed an SMT with ES. So if we got some displacement from there, disrespecting this gap, that's like one of the most no-brainer longs ever. So that's what happened. I got in, and then what happened? The 130 open, manipulated down, so the idea of the open high low close. The 130 candle opened. Never mind. 130 candle opened here, so not even in my analysis. But yeah, SMT internal sweep, a bunch of failure swings, so low resistance liquidity to the upside. This internal sweep created high resistance liquidity within OTE, and I have a higher time frame draw to the upside. So just a very textbook clean long. I'll never not take this trade. It's literally like a perfect trade. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't TP till here, but if I did TP here, it was like very minimal amount of my position. But I took like 2/3 of my position off here, and then I held the rest for these equal highs. And then I tried to add here. I tried to add here on this gap because at this point, there's no more imbalances to the downside. This is a 5-minute order block. So my anticipation is that since we put in these equal highs right here, is that the lowest that we'd be returning for is this imbalance right here. So I'm not gonna lie, even though it lost, I would take that trade again every single time. That's another one of those kind of no-brainer longs for me, just because, like I said, we're not gonna invalidate this order block, we're not gonna invalidate this fair value gap majority of the time when we do something like this. But we ended up getting smacked, and then I re-entered again because, like I said, if it's a no-brainer, I'm gonna take it. And this right here was a no-brainer. Alright. But this right here was a no-brainer. Where is it at? This 5-minute gap. This right here is a no-brainer long. So Even though that original position got stopped out, I was taking it because this 5-minute gap, this 5-minute order block, I just expected us to hold it because we put in those equal highs. We didn't, that's fine. Then we put in a failure swing within the previous 5-minute gap. This is already a balanced out price range. This wick came down, balanced out this price range. I would not expect price to come and take this wick because this price range is already balanced out. And if we go any lower, like I know you're seeing this imbalance down here and you're like, we could have went and filled that imbalance. But to get to that imbalance, we would have to disrespect this breaker, this 5-minute for value gap. We already disrespected this 5-minute for value gap. We'd have to get through so much just to get there. It doesn't make sense. So this holding here, this failure swing being here makes sense because this is a balanced price range. So we got the failure swing within the 5-minute gap. All I needed was this inverse, and that would have been the most clear long of my lifetime. And that's exactly what we got. It's a no-brainer long, bro. This right here is a no-brainer trade. You should take this trade every time you see it. It's just so obvious. So got in, bro. Magnet is so annoying. So got in, put my stop somewhere around here. I think I put it right below the price void, and just all out at the equal highs, and we just absolutely top ticked it, and I was out. So those are all the trades I took today. These two trades are what got me 2%. It would have been 3% if I didn't lose here closing early, and if I didn't lose on this, it would have been a 3% day. But got me 2%, and then that trade over here, this long, is what got me the past the 50K today. So not a bad day, man. Not a bad day at all. I am gonna stack up on more of those Top Step X accounts just because they're so cheap. I'm gonna max out their allocation, and then that'll be it. I'll probably never trade a challenge account again, to be honest. I'm just gonna stack up the bread from those and build my live account, and the rest will be history, bro. Because I'm tired of these challenge accounts. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, man. There's a trade recap. You guys wanted it. There it is. Yeah, man. Looking forward to the rest of the week, dude. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully that was helpful. Bye bye.